Now, only 7 of the JSE's top 100 companies are run by women CEOs. That's according to a new PwC survey. The research also says South Africa's skills shortage and the scramble for talent is a big contributor to the deficit. But that's just one impact of the lack of the transfer of skills in the country. Vukani Mngxati is the CEO of Accenture South Africa. I want to bring him in on his latest opinion piece on the matter. Vukani, thanks very much indeed for talking to us. So you make the point in this piece that the skills deficit, if tactfully addressed, can see to some of the bugbears, including our power crisis in the country.
That's right, Devan. Firstly, I think we have to approach this as a crisis. The reality is we have a chronic skills shortage in the country. I mean, the president made the point. I mean, I also said so on the article which I wrote that, we have load shedding. We could use people who have skills in power generation, but the reality is that those engineers have either left the country or they are not interested in providing those services to the nation. And I think this is a critical point, but not just in power generation, I think across the board.
Yeah, and I suppose you see to face value here because you are leading a business operations, a technology strategy firm like Accenture. And it's a challenge, though, isn't it, that the country is facing to fill thousands of very crucial ICT vacancies, for example. Is there a quick way to come up with a remedy here?
So I think we have firstly, let's describe the problem. We've got a multitude of problems. One, the country itself, because we have a nation now that frankly is facing a number of challenges, including, load shedding, including the various issues that we face as a nation. That is driving away some of the talent that we already have as a country, and we see more and more people leaving the nation. The second point, which is really a problem for us, is that we're not building skills fast enough as a country to be able to meet the demand that we have. Right now, we estimate that in technology only we have approximately 300,000 vacancies in the country, and that number is increasing by days. So I think we need to create an initiative, which is a country initiative, to build skills for the nation. And I think this is urgent, Devan. We cannot delay any longer. We need to create a mechanism in the nation where we come together, both civil society, academia, and private business, to produce what I believe could be a national initiative to identify core skills that the nation needs and go hard at building those.
But having said that, you often have the private sector, which often hits back at government requests to do more, pointing to a number of things. Policy uncertainty, for one, the slow pace of economic reform. How does a company like Accenture navigate through that? Invest, still address those skills on agenda level, for example?
Look, all of us as private sector companies are doing the little that we can, frankly, to improve the situation. But, Devan, the point I'm trying to make is the issue is so serious that it's no longer just what I, as an Accenture, can do by myself or any of my competitors could do on our own. What we should be doing is to come together, both public sector, private sector, civil society, and create a national program. We have started this initiative already with like-minded folks, where we are driving an initiative where we no longer just build for Accenture only, but we're building for the nation. Because the point, which you're alluding to is everyone is trying to do something small for themselves. We are beyond this. We are now in a zone where we need to think much bigger. We need to think the nation. We need to think how critical this is for our people. In a country with so much unemployment, I mean, you've seen what youth unemployment is in the country. Statistics don't lie. We do not have an opportunity to continue doing what we're doing, creating small-scale initiatives. We need a large-scale initiative. We need to build 1 million jobs every 5 years in this country. We need to be able to do that, we need to build skills at scale and be able to offer it to South Africa for companies like us who require these skills. And also we need to be able to send them offshore. Just to give you a sense, Accenture only is using, I have to utilize skills outside of South Africa, in India, in the Philippines, in China, just to be able to deliver what my clients here in South Africa are asking for. We don't need to do this. We need to be focusing on building skills here in country and using South Africans for those jobs.
All right. Just before I let you go, and just very briefly, Vukani, I want to rewind a little bit back to that sort of deficit in ICT skills. I just seen a report not so long ago about the fact that this could indeed make us more vulnerable to cyber attacks. That's a very real impact. And I ask you, because you're in that space.
Yeah, look, cyber security is a global crisis. As you have seen, and the pandemic has quite frankly accelerated this because everyone has moved online. And we are one of the weakest nations when it comes to cybersecurity. We have seen so many of our local entities, including government departments and private companies, data being compromised. The risk is real that our nation, our sovereignty could be compromised. Our data as private citizens could be compromised. And, given the fact that in this 4IR world we live in a data society, we need to do everything we can as a country to protect ourselves. There is no way we can do that without the requisite skill set. And security skills are at the core of securing our future.
All right, I'm going to have to leave it there. Well, thanks very much indeed. Vukani Mngxati is the Accenture Africa CEO.